two bases in opposite corners, then you don't have to sunken up one of it right away at least, because the travel time is much longer. So for example, if you had your base in the bottom right, you wouldn't have to sunk it up at all. Right? But if you had it on 3 o'clock, you had to do it. You had no choice.
But you mean like bottom right?
Yeah, bottom right, literally bottom right. Because then you would only have to sunk it up when I would start to go there, right?
I'd rather take bottom right natural if I'm gonna ever sunk it up.
No, I wouldn't take natural. Natural is a bait, in my opinion.
How can I take bottom right with sunken? It's hard to sunken up bottom right.
No, you pretty much wait. You went like for 5 seconds, right? On your 3 o'clock. So you think 5 seconds wouldn't be enough to defend your bottom right?
No, I just mean like it's inside the base, like they can run around the sunkens and go shoot the minerals on the other side.
But you still had the mutas, so I don't think so. That's my opinion, at least. I mean, like I said, I'm not 100% sure about that, because, for example, on Eclipse, Zerg were doing that, what you did there, exactly, because they were taking the nearest base.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's optimal, or it was only because of Eclipse. For me as a Terran, I would like you to have all the bases as close to one spot as possible.
Also from the assault,
they came just before Scourge.
What came?
I had Scourge building Azure Razor.
Yeah. It was kind of a hope play, but I scanned, I saw no scores, so I went in and I said, like, well, you probably should have.
Just speed was really late as well.
I thought you should have some scores to defend the dropship, but I thought that I would just sacrifice those vessels for drones anyway, if that's the case.
If it makes you feel any better, John, watching you play, I can definitely see an improvement since a few weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah, just like you're like multitasking with the macros better. And your control in general seems a bit more under control.
I'm staying on par with him in resources as well. It's not too bad.
What I think, like, and it's generally taken from the 3v3s we played. So it's like maybe not the most serious of the conclusions, but I think like you are having problems with judging the danger that is on the map. Like, for example, in TV3s, you are often going for tech play when.
Oh yeah, but that's literally just because I'm going 9 pool speed to.
No, but you are doing this when it's completely illegal to do it.
Yeah.
What I mean by that, you have no cover. We cannot help you, and you are going for this like.
Yeah, but then I switched to doing
that cannot fucking work if they have a little bit of clue, at least. Like, if they know anything about the game, you cannot do it ever.
Yeah, it's
because
just
they will just kill you. Yeah, I know. Okay, I get it. It's 3v3. It's not serious, like I said. But in 1v1s, I feel like you have similar problem with assessing the danger on the map. Like, for example, in this game, you made 5 sunkens in your nut, 5 in your third, while I feel like 4 in your nut and 3 in your third is already enough. That was what I felt.
Maybe, but what if you don't irradiate and then D-Matrix? I could just be dead before Ultras pop. It happens a lot.
I don't think that's possible.
Even without D-Matrix, you can still just get popped, because like 4 Sunkens doesn't hold that many Marines.
I don't think it's possible. I had like I didn't even have full 2 groups because you were killing my marines.
Yeah.
The
I was,
way.
I was gonna say I kind of agree with you, John, except you were actually doing a really good job of constantly shaving Marines. Like his the force that he had in the middle was pretty small most of the time.
Yeah, maybe I misjudged it a bit and thought he had more, but
Yeah, that's my point. Like that's the whole point. Like you are misjudging those situations, I think. But of course, the 3v3 example is, like I said, not fully serious because it's not like the most serious game.
I think I was also overcompensating because it's you. I just assumed you would have better macro than the Terrans I play against, so I made like extra Sunkens
Yeah,
to like
so that's
compensate.
that's also a problem. And
Yeah.
I know
Too much
I know this
respect.
problem a lot because I also had this feeling a lot
I
in
don't
my
think I did that
career.
consciously.
So
I think I'm just doing that subconsciously. You know what I mean? Like it's affecting my decision making a little bit.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, it
I
happens to me
know
too.
that's fucking. I play better when I don't know who I am playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then I'd be more greedy and maybe be ahead because I'm being more greedy, right?
Yeah, that's because then you are. If you don't know who you are playing against, you are making decisions based only on your knowledge. But when who you are playing against, you are making decisions also based on your emotions, and
Mm.
then it's bad.
Like when I matched up against Scan, I literally felt like there was no point in me even playing. Like from the beginning, I was like, I will never be able to hurt him, so why am I here? Like I had that mentality the whole time.
It's kind of like that, yes.
No reply. What's up,
Yeah.
Chiseled? Thanks for the 100 bits, man.
Sometimes it helps because, for example, if you know someone is like, for example, going, I don't know, reverse, for example, all the time in PvT, then you can metagame this, right? So it plays to your favor. For example, when I was playing Jean in the past, he was doing 11 pull all the time, and when I knew that, it was changing my approach, of course, because it's hard to stay like objective if you know that this is coming. So yeah, I know this feeling, like playing better player and then you are afraid, and or maybe afraid, I don't know if you have to be afraid, just playing better player, you are playing differently. I know that.
Yeah.
And I was doing that myself in the past a lot. I'm still doing that, to be honest. Like I'm a lot less likely to go fucking 3-tank push against Bonus, who I know that will micro the shit out of me with 6 goons, and against some random Protoss guy on the ladder, where I know I can win this fight, for example. Even, like, so just because they will make some mistakes that some better player would never do. But I'm taking this risk, kind of. Yeah, you could call it risk, I guess. To check, to kind of stat check him whether he can do it. Because not a lot of guys can actually do it. That's the point. And there is also a degree where you can get better at it.
That's kind of how I'm feeling when I'm playing against you, though. There's certain things you can do as a Terran that like my opponents just can't do. Like I had to play quite exceptionally well to even have a chance against you last game. You know what I mean? Like I have to really push
that's
myself.
True, but you were doing very well in this game. I felt like you ran by with those links. You killed quite some SCVs in my main. It was very good for you.
The opening was really good too. You got the SCV building the command center and stopped the scout pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so another point, for example, is that I felt like you are doing too many mutas, but that's because you made so many Sunkens. So, like, I think you cannot do both. Kind of illegal, you could say.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because mutas will never win you the game. They stall the game.
Well, but also because it's you, I think I'm subconsciously thinking, maybe Valkyries, and then I'm thinking I can't rely on my mutas too much, and then
So this is the error on your part, because you can never think, oh, Valkyries. You have to know.
No,
that
I
you
know.
have to mute us to scout it. Yeah.
I'm not even saying I'm consciously thinking this. I'm just saying maybe these things are affecting me.
Yeah, but we are looking for the holes, so we found one, for example, right? because you are thinking about something that you should know because you have tools to check for it. So there should be never a game versus Terran that where you don't know what's my tech. With Mutas, of course, because you are going lurkers, of course that may happen. But if you have Mutas, you cannot not know what I'm going for.
That makes sense.
Wolfix doesn't make sense. He makes dollars.
Yeah. not on fucking Starcraft though.
Oh shit! I didn't realize there was 2 lava. I mean, I had enough minerals to overlords.
This is actually a little bit crazy to me that you like those eggs were designed so you can make fucking hatchery there, but not the barrack or gateway. It's a little bit insane if you think about it that they were able to figure it out, or even put those things on the map in the first place. I don't know even how that's possible.
Oops.
Can't really abuse behind the minerals and Paradise.
Yeah. I didn't realize. Like, I was like doing it out of instinct, and then as I got in there, I was like, oh.
Yeah, you cannot in nut, you can in main.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like fucking a lot of zealots for this stage of the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cut a couple corners when I saw the
I think our problem is that we never went with the Overlord to the main. Because it was always said, I remember in the old times at least, of ZVP, that this is the one of the biggest advantage in the whole StarCraft regarding the all matchups, that Overlord cannot be killed by the Protoss hero. And it was always raised in like 2007, 8, I remember. Something like that. But this is the biggest advantage of all the matchups. That
Yeah, I just struggle with this build in general, so like I gotta
no problem.
cut a few decision making.
Sure. I mean, I'm just saying. There's no pressure or anything like that. Because it's something worth consideration, at least.
This'll... True.
Yeah, so in this one expansion, like I said, like 2 days ago or something, I think we should make one sunken.
Yeah.
I think it is like acceptable cost for having 4 expos, and at the same time it let us just defend so much easier. Again, relax sunken there. If you spend all your larvas at any time and you still have over 300, you should always make a hatchery. That should be a rule. Ovis to the container. You don't have to force it, you don't have to fight by the cannons. You can first separate his natural from the base with contain and then attack it. You still didn't go below like 500 at any point in time. production. You have to be obsessed about observers. Yep, nice. You are lacking very important building. Army.
Too sloppy. GG.
Okay, so
GG.
let's watch the replay.
Yeah,
I
so
can't
I got
contain
like,
if he's got off guard.
No, fuck the contain, it's not even about that. Look, do you think you can beat Protoss with Hydra Lurk when Protoss is on 3 geysers and 3 bases? Do you think that's possible? This is something you can pull off? Like, let's imagine he has 20 guns, 10 zealots, 5 high templars. How many Hydra Lurk would you have to beat him on even upgrades?
Too much.
Yeah, this is it.
oh, civilian. It's probably because he was trolling. Yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, you were listening to Wolfix. Wolfix was coaching the guy that I was playing against some.
Fucking impossible. You
Also,
cannot
my
do that.
I'm going
You
to
cannot
hide.
you cannot do that. It's in this game you found out about his third base very late, but even
I also
after,
didn't send my drone to make the fourth, so like there was a macro hatchery instead of a fourth, so things are a bit messed up as well.
it doesn't matter in my opinion. Like whether like the hatchery placement is not important at all.
It's
If you
supposed
just
to be
make-
important with this style because it's supposed to be really quick fourth, but yeah.
Oh, okay. What did you really lose by doing that?
The better economy and production.
Janza
let's see,
Mamar
like in
is like
practice,
between
do you have
1800 and
any
1900, I
base
think.
oversaturated right now, or will you have any base oversaturated?
But that's the point of getting the fast fourth because you get
Yeah,
one
exactly.
mineral faster rather than having
Yeah,
to
but you
make
said you said you delayed it.
Yeah, it's
but
not too
you-
big deal in this case. doing
Yeah,
it
it's
this
not a big. It's not a big deal at all. Like not even a big
I'm
deal. It's
just-
not
I'm
a
just-
deal at all.
I'm just making observations as I watch the replay. I'm not
Okay.
saying like that's why I lost.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I agree. It could be done better, but it
I'm just trying to
wasn't
look for things that
anything that lost this game at all, in my opinion. It didn't matter. Okay, so first, like I said, try to make this one sunken at your fourth
Mhm.
when you are doing this, because first of all, look, you have a lot of those minerals. Look at your minerals; those won't drop until like 5 minutes after that. Like literally, you will never drop those minerals.
Mhm.
This one sunken wouldn't hurt you at all, and one drone pool is already worth more than this one sunken, or close to it.
Hey, Petri, thanks for the raid, dude. Appreciate it. Hope you had a good stream, man.
Multiple places, but if he would try it, it would be even better, because one sunken can defend like 2-3 zelts easily without even you doing an action. You have to also consider that. It's not only about the...
And in the other games, I was making sunken.
Yeah, okay,
sure.
As well. But I think you should put more thought into it, like to make it a part of a build, to make the sunken, try it out at least. Maybe I'm wrong, of course, but
what up, Julius?
It's the timing of the sunkens which is important as well, depending on what he's doing.
Yes.
Like if he's hit out first, then you can make them really early.
Every time you're playing Zerg, you have to kind of adjust your defenses and production to opponent movement. So but this is a detail. It doesn't matter. Also, like, it didn't matter in this game. The most important thing is you had no chance of winning this game after you scouted is having third and you didn't change your plan at all.
Yeah, I've done the Queen's Nest, but I never even made the high.
Yeah, but it was put like fucking ages after you saw the third base.
Yeah, I agree.
So the problem is that if you're going for this build, and you, by the way, you have like super big tendencies to go for the all-in builds, like in every matchup. I feel like this is where you feel the most comfortable in, and you are not going for those all-in builds like, 5 pulls, but you are going for those economical all-in builds where you eventually you try to survive to a phase where you are going all-in eventually. So for example, Guardian Hydra is your like go-to build in ZVT, or Crazy Zerg, kind of all-in too, in a way that you have to survive to a point where you have superior like one big attack with ultras. You kind of play in this way. In ZVP, on the other hand, you go for this big Hydra mass in the mid game, and you have no follow-up ever to that.
What do you mean ever? Don't have any follow-up ever?
Your ZVP is literally about keeping your mid-game army stronger than your opponent.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be going Hive with this build. I just didn't get the Hive and shit. I was just playing
okay. Yeah, I see that. It makes sense that you would go for it normally, but you didn't go for it this game.
Yes,
Yes,
10 points.
Wait. What worries me is that you saw this third base, and it wasn't a trigger for you to start working toward that direction, which is problematic, because I think it should be like, exactly, a trigger for you to start teching, because you saw the third base. So Protoss is on 3 Gazers, and there is no way you are winning ever this game with this composition of units you have available to you at this time. It's just impossible. So I think you lack ideas about how your transitions should look like, or what should be the trigger to go for the transition, or when should you do that, and things like that.
I'm not thinking about that yet with this build, so that's the kind of thing I need to develop for this build.
Yeah, but I think
in general.
I don't know, but the build is standard. The only thing that is different is you having one base more than usually, right? So do you even have more drones than usual doing this build, really, or is it only matter of position of your hatcheries?
Do you mean from the other version of 5?
Yeah, let's say you are going for 5 Hatch Hydra normally on 3 bases. How does it differ from this version where you only have
the timings of when you're making drones and the saturation, because you can have lower saturation levels, so you were able to make more Hydras?
Okay, so I mean, like, say it's 10th minute, like, right? So what's the difference at this time of the game? Like 10 minutes, for example. What would be different if you went for the standard opening?
I would need more drones.
In the standard opening, you would have more drones
Yeah, a lot more
than this.
drones. Yeah.
So
I
this
would
build
need
is
to.
fucking. Either this build is just bad, or we are missing something.
No.
But I guess in this game you have
no.
to make more links, so we cannot.
No, Orphe, what? Maybe you didn't understand what I was saying. You can make less drones because you have more mineral patches available to you, so you can slightly undersaturate than you would usually. Whereas if you were only on 3 base, you would have to oversaturate the 3 bases, so you have to make more drones.
Okay.
So you can get away with making a few less.
But I get what you are saying, but I'm not buying it as an argument that you can really make less drones, because then it's not really worth it. Because you either doing this build to make your situation better, or it's not worth it, because as you are saying, you are in the same place, but you have different. I mean, economically you're in the same place, but you are having more mineral patches available, but you have less drones, so it's kind of evening out, right? So what's really your advantage at this time?
You have
I
more
don't get it.
lava per units and more units.
No, you don't have more units because you. I mean, okay.
Yeah, I do. I'm almost even on supply
you
with
have
them.
a little. Okay, you have a few more units, like so you.
That's yeah. You just asked me for the differences, and I'm trying to point out some of the differences. I'm not defending anything.
Okay, I get it. So you have, like, let's say 5 more hydras, because otherwise you would have to use those 5 larvas for drones.
It's actually quite a big difference. Like usually I would have between 50 and 60 drones at this point. It's quite a big difference.
Yeah, I think.
Where did you get this build from?
From Ace.
I'm not saying this build is.
Ace.
I'm not saying this build
Who the
is
fuck
bad.
is that?
I'm not saying
Nice
this
Korean
build
guy.
is even bad or something, because it seems quite powerful, but I think the way we are utilizing it is
my
not
execution
optimal.
is not optimal because I'm
It's
still
not.
learning.
It's not even. It's not about the execution. I think it's about, like, the strategy. From the strategical point, it's bad.
Yeah, but that's because I'm struggling to remember to do everything, so I'm using more brain power on making sure things are working back at home rather than like basic decision making, like, oh, I see a third, now I tech kind of thing. So I'm like, not playing very well.
But this build is fundamentally different from the 5 Hydra, right?
Yeah, but I was having.
It's almost.
But you just remember, I was not playing any ZVP until recently, so I'm really rusty in this matchup. So I'm having issues with that in general. So yes, there's some fundamental things I'm doing wrong as well.
Fundamentals aside.
But I'm not saying about that right now. I'm saying about you using more brain power because of the build you're using, which is. I get the.
It's way more multitask intensive because you have more locations to macro from, and I'm like trying to learn the mechanics required to get the best out of the build. So I'm like stressing myself quite hard. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does, of course,
because I'm learning different techniques of managing the 4 bases rather than 3 bases.
When you are like wide on the map, it's always more challenging to control and so on. Okay, so another point, because I remember I had something else to say. You're on 4 bases right now, right? In normal situation, you are staying on those 3 bases unless you are no longer able to keep Protoss out of 3 bases, right? And then normally in the normal game you would go for the 4th base when Protoss is going for his 3rd, right? Isn't it like that?
Kind of, I guess. Although it's not strictly like that. You could still take your 4th even if he's not taking the 3rd, right?
Yes, I agree. But generally, as a Zerg, nowadays, you only have to have like 1 base more than Protoss It's enough to be
Yeah,
at
but
least even, right?
is but this is the mentality though that is a bit of an issue because it's like
Mhm.
you have to be one base ahead, but that's just to be even, not to at least be even. That's just to be even. That's all you get out of it. It's still not quite good enough.
I
That
don't
makes sense.
think. I mean, okay. Let's say that's true. So, my point is, because you went for 2 bases in the top left, right? You went for 2 hatcheries, which were producing drones in the top left.
Mhm.
And I think it's an error because if you are in a position like that, when you have mid-game army, mid-game composition versus Protoss, which is getting stronger every minute because of him having third gas, so he's scaling very good into the late game, while we are on mid-game army and no hive on the way, no good upgrades on the way. You have to do something right now with that. So either you have to kill him, or with this build, I guess, gives you opportunity to make very strong contain because you have 4 gazes available. So I guess that's the one of the biggest advantage of this build. You have those 4 gazes available to you.
Mhm.
So I think you should not go for the expos at all until you can make sure that your mid-game army can last long enough to buy you time to even
Like make use of it.
make use of those additional bases, because you
Well, I'm
cannot
treating them
really
more quite expendable as well because, like, I could make them as macro hatcheries, but it feels like I
Yes,
could get
exactly. And
double
that's
value out of them if I make some.
no. But psychologically, it's entirely different thing, because I know how the Zerg feels when he gets the new base. You will never fucking make a Hydra from this fucking new base. You will always make drones. This is how it works. This is how you always make drones for the new base on the spot. I mean, if you make hatchery on the spot on the new base, you will make drones all the time from this base until you are like saturated or something. That's why don't do that, because you don't need it. That's the point. You have economical advantage. Even supplies are kind of okay for you, even in this moment. Everything is fine.
Yeah, it was fine until I traded.
I mean,
Yeah, Wolfix is he's S rank. He's super knowledgeable. He's a good one to listen to, I think. But yeah.
yet, so he feels a lot of pressure to do something. So he either has to take his base and probably another base after that, or he
I
has
mostly
to
agree with him, but not 100%.
make a lot of units and try to kill you ASAP. Of course, this will be delayed by his third base, so he'll try to compensate for the later push with a lot of stronger army, because he'll have access to this third gas. So basically, you are on a timer, kind of, as a Zerg. Because at least.
Yeah.
Because you are not.
Well, here he killed my
but you are
Templar.
not making
I actually got
upgrades
almost
from,
no
like, 2
storms.
EVOs. You are making 1
I
EVO upgrades.
actually
with
just
no
out-armied him.
That's not what I'm supposed
business.
to do, though. I'm supposed to be making more evos and teching. I'm
My
just
storms are
like,
actually pretty lacking this game.
I don't know, but I'm only talking about the situation in the game. So you're staying on Lertech. You have 1 EVO. There is no way we are beating scaling Protoss on 3 gazers. So we have to either kill his third, contain him hard, or be in this like middle spot where we have a big enough army to constantly fight him, but also we have to be in position where we are getting something for late game, right? So, for example, you can maybe not get upgrades, but you have to go for defilers, for example. Or get upgrades, but stay on alert, like something. We need something going on for us for late game. We cannot be in situation like that.
I know I execute the build badly.
I will say there was
I'm always usually doing that. I mean, I'll show you a replay of what it's supposed to look like, maybe.
There was one moment where you actually had me a little bit uncomfortable at like one moment, kind of there like where you stopped it, but one big thing was when you attacked into my cannons, I felt like I won the game.
That's what I said. That's the point I started losing the game. That's what I said.
Yes. I agree. It was exactly the moment when I knew beyond like any salvation. You cannot go back from that. Yeah, that's true. Because the idea in this situation was to separate bases, make strong army which can kill third in like couple of seconds,
Yeah.
something like that. But don't
Sure.
engage before that. But
Can I actually?
like,
Can you remake and let me join so I can have it on my stream too, without swapping to Discord?
to not make things overly complicated, because I guess there is no point of having 10 different conclusions from one game.
Yeah.
What I would do if I were you, like 2 big points I would take from this game is to, first of all, make this sunken in fourth base at reasonable time. That's because I think it will make your game a lot more easier
Mhm.
play. And the second is to not actually make your fifth base for longer time that you would think you need. And I would just add macro hatcheries for a very long time. At least when for example, when Protoss has third base fully secured and I know I cannot ever crash it, then this is the time I would go for my fifth base like the fastest. I wouldn't go before that. Yeah, I don't know if you agree. I think there is room for to argue otherwise, but this is something I would try in my games to figure out whether it will help, because I feel like it would help a lot. Something like that.
So I guess the theory of the build is instead of macro hatcheries, you're putting them expansions, right? So you're stretching yourself thin, and the concept would be that if you're good at managing like all the different locations, then in theory you just have these placement holders for expansions when you need it. But I think what Wolfix is saying that I definitely agree with is that you end up making a bunch of extra drones instead of focusing on getting control of the mid game before you start droning and teching and stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, but it was like, yeah. But I mean, you are right, but the problem is we even in this particular game, but Sun already said that he made a mistake not taking Killier. So
Right.
I don't want to bring that up again. But even in this case, even if you made the macro hatcheries, we probably were lost anyway in this spot. But generally for the future is we don't need. It's kind of like in TVT. Yeah, I think everyone or most people know this about TVT. If you have the guy contained in TVT, you don't need more than one gas more than him, because
Mhm.
if you make more bases than one like gas than the other Terran, you are getting yourself very vulnerable for like drop play from the other Terran. So suddenly your advantage of having contain over your opponent is no longer like even valid, because he will just murder you with dropships, because you are spending too much money for expansions that you don't need because you have advantage anyway. So you need army and you need control over the game, because otherwise you will just lose. And it's exactly the same case here. So you have your 4 bases, you survived, you have them. You don't need more. Just make fucking units and control the mid game and tech. So even like
macro hatchery
it's
here instead of a fifth.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yes. And
I made another macro hatchery at my third.
another point is that we can even stay on mid game army, because it's possible, but we need like a lot of lurkers, because this is the unit that makes damage. When the armies are very big, we cannot rely on Hydras anymore. Hydras are fucking good because of their. This unit is just very like universal. It's good in every situation, but it's never exceptionally good in any of those at the same time. It's just good generic unit. But if you want muscles, you want damage, you need lurkers at some point in this matchup. You won't win with Hydras.
I think I won this game too quickly. I'm thinking of a game maybe against Worst or someone.
Yeah, like there is no turn gas from Protoss, so it's
Yeah, so
completely another case.
a big difference I feel like watching this, the two things that Simi did that you won't see me do is, first of all, I won't make that many Corsair when I see that it's just a Hydra build.
Yeah.
Because it slows down your tech too much. And then when I see like 4th base and that much drone saturation coming out, because like I'm scouting that many drones popping, while I'm harassing, I end up taking a really quick 3rd, because if you're on 3 gas against like Hydra Lurker tech and they can't break your 3rd, I feel like Dragoon Templar can fight that forever.
Yeah, Dragoon Templar is unbeatable basically for Hydra Lurker. You can never beat this with Zerg. What beats Goon Templar is crackling lurkers, for example. That's very good.
Oh, I am teching that. Even though I'm like winning hard, I'm still teching and
Yeah.
getting my shit.
Yeah, that's all. You should always transition to the late game, even if you're winning. That's just natural thing to do. It doesn't matter. Winning, losing, you need eventually like your tech in the end at some point in the game.
Yeah.
Yes, but in this game, for example, this 5th was again completely unnecessary. You don't need to do that.
I think
Especially, look, I often told people like Terrans who, for example, are very low rank for, let's say, FE, right? And they cannot macro. And they ask about how many factories you should have, for example, on 3 bases. And usually it's like 9. 9 is enough, or 10 maybe. But 9 is generally enough for like A rank player already. But if you are E or F rank player, make like 12 even. No, because if you are not able to produce from spend your money, you are not getting the value from the bases you have anyway.
Yeah, I'm still working on my mechanics.
Yeah, it's not even about. I'm seeing you having 3 larvas on hatcheries quite often.
Yeah, that's what I mean by my mechanics.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah,
exciting.
so just add another hatchery. It's not like I'm not even.
No, I know the concept of spend your lava then make a hatchery. I completely understand.
Yeah. So just do it.
just do it.
Just literally do
Very
it.
Shia LaBeouf.
so. At the end of the day, Jean, just play better.
Just play better. Thanks for that, Wolfie. Got it.
No, but isn't it like? But there is degree of just play better statement. But it's actually quite easy to make another hatchery when you have money after spending all your larvas, right? It's quite easy concept to do. You just look at your money. You have more than 300. You put down hatchery. Isn't it like literally the basic of playing Zerg? Because I feel like it is. I would do that. I would start my journey.
You're not wrong.
From
But yeah, and as I was saying earlier, like I was struggling with some of my fundamentals because of like being stretched thin on my mechanics.
And you don't consider that concept as fundamental?
I didn't. No, I'm saying it is fundamental, and I'm slipping on my fundamentals
Mhm.
because I'm struggling with my mechanics.
Yeah, okay. Sure. I mean, there is nothing wrong with it. I just try to put more thought into it during your game, and that's it.
I'll try to do that.
It's just one of the things that I would try to improve if I were you. I think it can, for very low amount of effort, it can
June?
bring
Or, what
quite good results.
do you mean, June?
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, Jun? I just played Jun. That's kind of what we're going over is the game we just played. I've played him a lot lately. Or is Jun a different British guy? My YouTube censors swear words. It's so annoying. Like, why? I've tried turning all that stuff off. It's because people say it different. Some people say it correctly and say Jean, and then you have some people saying June. Their stuff. Zun. Thought it was June too. I thought your name was June.
Chisel says, if you want my advice, eat steak and eggs, get good sleep, and you'll be the champ. Thanks, Chisel.
Some truth to that. There's no world I'd assume any word starts with an X. Well, pretty sure a lot of Chinese names start with an X.
Certainly do.
You guys playing next or what?
Ready to
Ozzy,
fight
you-
somebody.
You wanna play?
To the death.
You mean me?
Anybody. I'll take everybody on.
Okay. So
Or we can do King of the Hill if you want, and
go
You guys
play.
want a 2v1?
2v1.
Mhm.
Hey,
We
Wolfie,
can
why
play.
don't you ZVP him and you do that build and you show me how it's done?
Okay, let's go.
Yes, do it. Come on. Do that build.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay, but you have to tell me how it's done.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
You know a guy with the handle Protoss Master back in the early 2000s? Did he play BGH? Because then maybe.
What? Wait, say it again.
Oh no,
Maybe.
sorry, I was reading my chat.
Oh, okay.
Stream on StarCraft. Are you gonna host or should I host for you guys?
No, you can host.
I'll host for you guys.
I refuse to host.
Discord.
Okay, so let's do it this way. Ozzy will have to mute himself, I think, because I
Yes.
need to tell me the
Yes.
build order during the
Yeah.
game, and
Yeah. Ozzy, you'll have to deafen my guy.
Well, we'll fix it. I just have to mute, so I can still listen, I think.
No, he means deafen. I'm translating for him.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm
Don't
trolling,
please
I'm
lie.
trolling. I
He
can't
means
help it.
yeah, I think that would be the greatest life coaching of all time. When you are actually saying my opponent what I'm doing and I'm muted.
Alright, I'll definitely.
Okay.
A guy named Bill Bates? Maybe I remember that. Maybe. Split much better this time. Proxy 2 get him. That would be hilarious, actually. You want to go over this like build and have Wolfix try and help John understand how to execute it, and then I just proxy 2 gate him, and then what is there to learn? That'd be pretty funny. I should do it just to troll. That's a mistake. This pylon's gonna be really late. Really late. Not the cleanest start. It's okay though. I had a hero on. Could you give me some pointers or timings for a 5-gate goon? In what, PvZ? I actually don't. There's no way he's going to hatch before it full. Oh, I forgot my pylon. What a greedy... That was not too much. This felt really late. Uh-oh. A lot of my stuff is off. Putting so much money. Very unnecessarily. Kind of slow multitasking by me. Actually, not kind of slow. Very slow. I'm playing against Wolfix right now, but he's playing Zerg. He's an S-rank 10, but he's all racing. Hi, Q. Dude, freaking magic boxing, man, screwed me there so hard. A lot of Ling. This wouldn't feel too bad if I hadn't been floating so much money unnecessarily in the beginning. I'd actually feel really good about my position right now. Corsair is going to be insanely late. Boy. Ah, did I just never make pylons or what? Oops. Oops. Oh, my freaking zealots. A terrible mistake. Yeah, I lost a lot of probes, but just gonna make sure we have this for Parker and we can kill him. Like, that wasn't good, but it's still fun. I would argue that was really bad, even. The Spire, is that as natural? Yeah. Oh, Mage, thanks for the 13 months, dude. Appreciate that, man. Hey, man, question, how do you hotkey your gates and then rally to one area so fast? Not 100% sure you mean, like, I just Yeah, I mean, I just do that, right? Just my hotkey 1, 2, 3. I keep it kind of low because I'm not really good at going high on my keyboard. So I do 1, 2, 3, and then I go to the position, and then just 1, 2, 3, right click because right clicking sets the rally, and then I'll double tap like 3 to go back to the last gateway I hotkeyed, and then just repeat. If that makes sense. Yeah, that was like a really late course there. I wasn't multitasking super well, but the opening still went really well for me.
Yeah, sure. I mean, of course.
Okay.
Go ahead. I will watch.
Oh,
Come in here. You're gonna play against Ace. Mr. Dahaki, Chiseled wants to watch you versus Ace.
okay. What kind of
Ace,
mouse
can
you
you?
using?
Ace.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Ace, can you stream on Discord by chance?
I'm using CyberPower PC. Wait, I actually am drawing a blank on where I even got this. Did I get this with my computer? Oh, I think this came with my computer and I liked it, actually. Just a CyberPower PC. I'm not 100% sure on the model. 131102, is this it? Yeah, I'm not sure, but I actually like this mouse. He's like 1600, 1700, something like that. Okay, sorry, I was deafened. If anybody said anything that I needed to hear. I was deafened if anybody said anything I needed to hear. Do I need to deafen again, or are we good?
No, you don't. Really. I guess you could, so we could discuss the game, but you don't have to.
Up to you guys.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, we can discuss after, also after the game. So if you want, we can.
Yeah, I just miss you guys, you know?
No, if you want to hang out with us
I
and
get
talk, I'd like you to hang out and talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you 3-hatch before pool this game? Or like 2-hatch?
Before pool?
No.
No. I just my pool was late because I don't know. I derp with my drone, so
Okay.
I wanted to do 11 hatch 10 pool, but fuck, it was
Gotcha. Yeah, because when I saw the pool timing, I was like, yo, this guy went 2-hatch before pool.
No. I just fucked my drone control. It got stuck between other drones and I
Yeah.
couldn't get it out.
Gotcha.
But I felt pretty rich even after this poor start. I guess better Zerg could hold this, I think. Maybe
Yeah,
even,
for sure.
Like if I anticipated the attack, made Scourges before that and spread Lurkers better, it was, I think, still like holdable, maybe. I'm not sure, but maybe.
Yeah, the beginning, even though like started off really good for me, I was floating like 600 during that.
Mhm.
I supply blocked and didn't realize, and I didn't start my gas, so I was kind of worried about it. But then when I got the 4th hatchery kill and like pretty good trades, I felt better.
Yeah, sure. Like this was a disaster.
Yeah.
Of course. But then, of course, then mutas were disaster for you. Yeah.
They were
on the other
terrible.
hand, so, yeah.
I was scouting for the
felt
Spire,
that
didn't realize you
maybe-
hit it in your natural.
Mm,
I saw it as the mutas were coming towards me.
yeah.
I still felt okay. Like, obviously that was really bad, but I knew my army was going to be like really, really good for that push.
Yeah, I knew that too. But well, what could I do? I started making my units a little bit too late, I think. But even if I started earlier, probably I wouldn't survive.
Mm.
Yeah, you just took way too much damage at the start. Like losing one drone hurts, let alone how much you did lose and all the lost mining time.
And like forced a lot of lings after the opening too. To my
Yeah, mute your Discord so you can focus, Ace. I want you to play your A game.
you see this pylon timing? This is god tier.
Yeah, maybe you should focus too.
Guess it's a 9 pylon.
So yeah, so I'm pretty convinced generally when you're playing ZVP, you should have Spire. You just should have Spire.
Absolutely.
Well,
The option alone is already keeping
Yeah.
Protoss honest. And
I'm considering using Spire as part of my like default tech when I'm doing that build, and then sometimes surprising him with a muta switch as one of the variations.
I think what's very powerful is to go like Spire, then you put third extractor at some point. I'm not saying it has to be early. And then you have the option. For example, you can even store, you know, like 800, 1000 gas.
Yep.
And then you have an option making like 10 lurkers or 10 mutas, and
That's
it's very
exactly
powerful.
what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking of doing.
Yeah, because
I'm going to be banking that gas either way, so I could, use it as a tech switch and then keep my opponent guessing what's even going to be coming.
yeah, if I scout Spire, I automatically have to make cannons, right? Even if you
Yeah,
don't use it right away.
Exactly, this is the same case for like TVP, where you scout Citadel and you have to make turrets, even though speed zealots might be coming as a cheese. You don't know that. It's the same thing. Like,
Plus, I like using mutas, so it'd be nice to have them available.
yeah, but just generally building Spire drains more minerals from your opponent than it does from you, I feel. So it's worth making regardless of the situation almost.
Yeah, I was to think of a good time to make it when I can squeeze it in. Because that's the thing with this build is you gotta squeeze in things when you can.
Yeah.
I'll have to figure it out, but I think it could be really strong.
With every build, it's the same. Like if you are doing something optimally, you don't have resources for anything.
I was muted. I was
You're
like, damn,
muted.
they just fucking focus on this conversation. You can't get a
What's
single
up?
word in. Like, man, they're really focused on this conversation about Aspire. Like, you know. What's up, guys?
Yo.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, but chilling.
Pretty good.
I saw Wolfix. Was that you playing Protoss last game or Zerg? I mean, last game.
Yeah, I was playing with this.
I hate that the colors are fucking blue.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Actually, that they fucking rolled that.
And then Shift Tab is just yellow.
Yeah. At least it's not PvP. Okay, so what's his timing to gas? Let's see.
When he makes it out, make a macro.
Ozzy is still listening to us. Okay, we cannot talk. I just realized. Okay, no problem.
Oh, I don't think Ozzy's gonna matter too much. He's played against the build of me doing it. It's not gonna change too
Oh.
much.
It's not.
It's not like Ozzy reacts to anything he scouts anyway.
It's so true, it's crazy.
So he's maybe I shouldn't talk about it. Well,
When people are making jokes and it's true, actually. That's the worst.
Might be the best Zealot control I've ever seen.
Yeah, I tend to magic box and screw myself so often doing this.
You are again going for this natural.
Just so you know, this is a terrible, terrible natural for this stuff.
Yeah, no. Well, it's just at that point I might as well park there a little bit.
Yeah, generally might be worth considering if this is even a good map for Gate to expand.
I would say no, personally. I mean, I guess you could metagame in case you want to like assume they're going 11 hatch or something. But
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, I would say not because the natural is just so bad for it.
So what's the cursor timing usually?
About a minute faster than what I'm gonna get.
No, but I mean, in
Okay,
the
Ace is
game.
muted, right? So we can talk about what Ozzy's doing.
Yeah, we can.
So,
That's why
Ozzy, are you doing Citadel then Stargate style?
No.
Then how come you're doing your Stargate so late? Like, what are you doing?
I'm taking my gas too late.
You doing
well-
it intentionally or just because you didn't mean to?
I just didn't mean to.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was a mixture of my gas being late, but then I also
You know that can actually like mind game a Zerg though, because now that he sees no Corsair, he might be like, oh shit, it's Citadel first.
I think Ace knows me well enough to know that it's just late.
By the way, what rank is Ace?
I don't actually have.
Well,
I
it's
don't
hard
know.
to say. It's hard to say.
Okay. His mechanics seem pretty solid.
He's lowish APM player, but he's pretty decent player.
Yo, Wild Terrence Million, thank you for the gifted sub to our boy Chisel.
Chisel's a legend, dude.
Hey guys started off my stream very generous and very excited for what the night will hold.
What I love about Chiseled is not only does he support us, but he puts in the hours, man. I mean, he's always in the chat. You know what I mean? He's a real supporter.
What are Yorkies, man? I don't know what the fuck this is.
Dog.
Oh, it's a dog? Oh, okay.
Everything's so late by me. My light speed should be done
Thank you
by
for the
now.
bit.
Yorkshire
Chiseled.
Terrier is the way we're talking about.
Muchas gracias, señor.
Do you want Yorkshire Terriers?
I don't. I thought Yorkshire was like the name of a zombie or something.
I think it's a place in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it is.
Never watched that movie.
Ozzy's
book.
got a big shit-eating grin on his face right now.
I was pretty proud of that one.
I know. I could smell your smile from here.
Yeah, you almost baited me for a second.
Ozzy's like does that like. Assume he's trolling like 98% of the time.
You will get used to that.
Yeah.
Ah, my stuff is late, man. This whole game. I forgot to start Storm. It's pretty important.
Seems like it'd be pretty good here.
Yeah, I never have Storm this late. I just forgot to
This is
start
so
it.
frustrating. Like, why can't you do these mistakes against me? This is bullshit.
Because we were talking too much, it's not my fault.
This is bullshit, Ozzy.
Just gory.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
I forgot Storm. It's such a stupid, like, basic thing. Add 5 Templar, though, for whatever that's worth.
Another bad day, Asia, huh?
Yeah, today's a terrible day. I'll actually deafen
Right.
this next game.
Actually, deafen and play
Yeah,
seriously.
yeah.
Because, yeah.
So it's not King of the Hill.
My pylon left my base at 100 minerals. Or my probe.
It's not for this game, Lost now. Maybe. For the...
Wow. It's over here fucking ready. I was like, alright, who am I gonna play against next? Alright, I'm studying their builds.
You're studying our builds, eh? It doesn't
Hey.
even matter, son. You can study this all you want.
Snow. Is it okay if I train Wolfix for the match against Jayun?
Yeah, man. With your training, Wolfix will definitely
Yeah, I'll help him.
do very well.
Oh, thanks.
Alright, Ozzy, Defin.
Okay.
Drivers, are you ready? Here we go.
Uh, I know that's frustrating for Jean. I've not made those mistakes against him out of like 7 games. And then the one time he's like watching me play Ace. But I mean I didn't do it against Wolfix either. I think it's just because I was chatting too much. But we'll focus up a bit more this time. Also kind of always aggravates me, I'll be honest, having Snow jump in during my games and always make fun of my control and stuff like that. Funny sometimes, but a different joke every now and then would be nice, instead of always telling me how bad I am. That stuff does get annoying sometimes. Like, I'm a troll, obviously, I harass people, but I never just like outright make fun of people for consistent issues that they're having. It ain't fun to me. Or maybe I'm too sensitive. Also possible. I'd like to stop last scouting and go ahead and find him this time. Would be good. Nope, just last scout again. Eh. I'm not sure how much time I had. Maybe I should have committed to a drone. serious, man. I keep doing so many simple mistakes now, all of a sudden. Why against Ace but not Wolfix or Jean? Is that Scourge? Or did I walk into his Hydra? Nice. My stuff keeps getting stuck. Four.
Oh, I thought Azzy was lost. Good job, Azzy.
Oh, you were lost.
Yeah. Seems like it. You hit great storms during defense of the third
Yeah.
leg, and because at this point I thought it's over, but those storms really were quite good.
You played well, Ozzy. Good job, man.
These attacks with pure gun, almost with Templars, this is this is normal? This is how it's supposed to be played?
Sorry, say again.
I'm wondering.
I mean, I like
the
it.
attack from... Okay, because it seems so strange, because even pure Hydra actually can kind of fight Gun Templar
It
without
kinda
Zealots.
can, but there's like a critical mass point where goons actually start doing really well against it, and then with just like a couple Templar in there, it can make a huge difference too.
And I'm
Um,
trolling. It's got so many seconds.
Obviously, the thing it's weak to is like a big link switch. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
I swapped to Archon Zealot. Mostly. The thing that I've noticed about this build that Ace does that I feel like is really weak is the upgrade advantage gets like huge for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
'Cause I
One
was,
thing I've been considering is that with this build, you're not really going to catch up in Carapace, right? So
Yeah.
I was wondering
Oh,
if, like,
come on! Fuck,
with
man.
this build, they should be going like fast dual evo and just getting melee upgrade and ranged attack upgrade early, and then trying to have like a very glass cannon army once crack comes online.
I feel like that'd be better, yeah, because by the time you even get one Carapace, I've like long finished to attack.
So I think it's better to just go dual evo, attack only, initially, and try and get them early online as well.
Yeah.
And then you have the Lings as a good switch because you've got the melee upgrade to make them more valuable. Ozzy, you sure you don't want to deafen? You might need to focus with us.
Fine. Hmm. Dude, every game, huh? Kind of frustrating. That blast got it every time. Are my archives. It's so wing heavy still in the beginning. I have an anti-timing there. It actually would have been so good if I just waited. Oh, this is bad. Just throw away so many units, man. I did it again. Ah, I did it again. Again! I keep forgetting Storm, man. I make my Templar.
Oh,
I
maybe I'm
did it
supposed to tank push
again,
with
man.
this. I think I'm supposed to tank push.
I don't know why I keep forgetting to research Storm after I make Templar. This is so frustrating.
Okay, I'm gonna try tank rush next time.
Twice now.
Did he skip Lurkers?
Yeah, he skipped lurkers, man. He went Evo Chamber after Spire, and then just went fucking Ultras.
Damn.
I couldn't
Tilting
bust.
myself.
He built literally like 20 Sunkens, man.
Yeah, but that's classic. Like, that's normal.
So if it's crazy Zerg, yeah, I think you were right with the tank push.
Tank push is only good when you are going Velks. You cannot go tank push with vessels. That's
GG,
not. a
No,
thing.
it's the same thing as my last loss. I have 4 Templar with Storm energy and I forgot to start Storm again. Loading like 700 gas. Frustrating. Pointless. Like, it's just a pointless mistake.
Because like, would it be dangerous going for drops against Muta into crazy
Yeah.
Zerg?
Really dangerous.
Point-
Well, unless
no.
you eliminate a shit ton of the Mitas. If you eliminate a shit ton of the Mitas, you can do it. But if they have Mitas, it's kind of like you just gotta get lucky. Like
Yeah.
where the Mitas are not at. And even then, like the Mitas can clean up your drop. He's even double drop ship maybe if you have 16 units and none of them die, maybe. And like the Mitas are completely out of position. But if the Mitas are in position, they're gonna kill your drop ships and you're gonna be like super behind. I need to stop going Vessel. Maybe, I don't know, man. I just don't have the fucking. I don't know. That was also my first game of the day. I'm not super warmed up yet. Maybe I can control it better if I'm more warmed up. Because I should be able to get my vessels on the map and irradiate the ultras before fights happen, and then they just pop. Because the upgrades is really strong.
Playing against Crazy Zerg when you are going for this like classic MMs into vessel style is hard, and you have to hit your. Usually, the way to beat it is to hit your +2 timing attack into the Sunkens. So you have to be really tight with that.
What the?
But better way to play against it is to go Valks into tank push, and this actually beats it pretty hard. That's why Zergs are not doing this anymore.
All right, we're
That's
going back to what I
stubborn.
like to do then. I'm going back to Valk rushing. I'm gonna use the restroom. Be right back. I like Valk rush. Valk rush is good.
Mhm.
Wolfie, can you play against Ozzy PvT?
No, I'm going to sleep. In a minute. Yeah.
I'm so triggered. I hate losing. Like, it's an unforced error. It's not like I was under any pressure or anything. I always start doing this where I play well for a few games and then I start to deteriorate for no reason.
Actually, don't worry. You will make this mistake like 1,000 more times, and then you will learn.
Some more times.
So you only need quantity, you know.
Yeah, it's frustrating because I was like really on top of like my actual macro timings up to that point. Like I even like kind of cheated out an early gas because of his build, and then everything was good, and then I just didn't start Storm. Obviously, I lost too many units, like bled off for free. I didn't realize he was making like 1 million Zerglings, but it doesn't even feel that bad. The only big mistake really was my anti-timing, where I sent in my Zealots, and right when the last one died, my +1 attack finished.
Mm. You should have some kind of trigger in your head for the Storm drop also. I mean, for the Storm upgrade also.
Yeah, no, I know I should. You would think by now.
Like for me, for example, Irradiate is something comparable in TVZ. So I learned the timing where I have to research Irradiate to have 75 energy on the vessel, along with Irradiate finishing in sci-fi. So it's the halfway of the vessel. So when I'm starting the vessel, I already have this in my mind. I have this half of a vessel production timing to start Irradiate, and I think about it constantly when playing TVZ.
Yeah.
So I guess probably it's similar timing for the HT and Storm or something like that.
Yeah,
for example, when the
you want to start the
High
Templar
is
before
almost-
Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then start Storm. Yeah, like when it's like 3/4 or so, something close to that.
Yeah. So it's about habits only. to be
Yeah.
honest.
Well, and the thing is it's something I've only recently started doing, was making the Templar before Storm. And it makes such a huge difference, because I started doing it because, well, obviously you should do it, but the thing that made me start realizing I needed to do it was dying to Hydra Bust all the time, and when I started making that change, it helps me survive way more. It's just, yeah, sometimes I forget still.
Yeah, pretty much every upgrade you can, like... Yeah, every upgrade like that. For example, Lockdown is even like Maelstorms and so on. You should know the timings for when to produce a unit and then when to start making upgrades for it, when it's worth it. This is the same, for example, with Queens. Actually, good Zergs, like if they are playing Queen style, often they know when to make energy upgrades for Queen and when to start making them, so they hatch when the energy upgrade is finished, barely finished, so they start with 62 energy instead of 50, for example. So nuances like that are very, very good because they let you optimize your macro. So if I were you, I would.
This music is
look
so
up-
soothing. That's why
exactly.
I come here rather than other
Like-
streams. Thank you, Terran Civilian.
Because you can time it pretty well. For example, if you are making HT, you can look at the timer of the game and know exactly when you have to research the storm.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And if you can make this like habit in your head to look at the timer of the game exactly when you hit the first Templar in production, then there is no way you will screw it up ever again, because it will like be a switch in your brain to do that every time.
Am I supposed to beat Hawk if this is the best I can do, huh?
Cheers, salute, Gunbay, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course, you're trying to get in the game, eh?
Huh?
You playing against Hawk? You're not playing against Hawk, Ozzy.
I will someday.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's true.
Okay, guys, I'm going to sleep.
Right.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Dobranoc.
Oh man, just when I thought Wolfix was gonna help coach me TVZ.
I love that I'm practicing with the people we're against more than anybody else.
Too busy playing Dodge Snow.
No, when are we gonna play again? In years.
Let's play right now.
After my match with John, sure.
Oh wait, you guys have an actual match?
No, I wish.
Oh fuck, I was cued.
I wanted to play
Wait,
against
wait.
John, but it's not happening.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Huh?
Oh, I'm ready.
Nice. We queued up against like a 2150 turn and he just left.
Oh, my split was bad, so maybe next game. We'll get a next game.
We only get the Protoss view.
Nobody wants that, John.
It's weird
I didn't
logging
say
into
anything.
watching streams. Music is literally bad taste.
I'm
Don't
saying,
say anything else.
He's
not
gonna
streaming
say
to
something
Discord.
about YouTube and streaming, but no one believes him.
It is true though.
Real-
I shouldn't stream on Discord. I should just send you guys to my Twitch.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
feel the same way
Green-
about these guys, but you know they're lazy and don't want to support
Green's hanging out of my Twitch right now, right?
some of them.
Right, Green? You're hanging out of my
Some
Twitch
of them
right now?
are very nice, generous, and supportive.
Random. Listen, 2-player map. Guess we'll just wall. It's good against all matchup.
It's not true.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck the walls. I really gotta clean up my TVZ, man. I'm gonna be playing fucking Urban soon. We have our match set for June 9th, ladies and gentlemen. Show match. Drunken show match. Games will begin after both of us chug either 2 beers or take 2 shots. And then every game consecutively, whether you win or lose the match,
Knew
you will be
this was gonna
taking 1
happen.
shot or chugging 1 beer. It shall be either a best of 7 or best of 5. We have not confirmed just yet how many games will be played. And we're still looking for a sponsor for the event. The goal is at least 150. 200 would be amazing. We will see what's going to happen with that.
I knew this was gonna happen. I don't know if you noticed, every single game against Ace, I last scouted, and against you and Wolfix, I first scouted every game. It was actually like really tilting me.
Like the probability is tilting you?
Just last scouting someone 3 games in a row is,
How do you think I feel when I play ZVP and get first scouted all the time?
that's what I'm saying. Sucks for everybody involved. Nobody's happy.
Why is that SC doing that? Oh, it's laggy. That's why it's doing that. That makes sense. Alright, come on. What race are you, buddy? What race are you, buddy? Probably not Z. I would have seen the creep, right?
Terran.
Oh yeah. Got even sent that.
Zdrowie. Jeszcze raz. Bless you.
Ah! Marine. I forgot about the Marine. But oh fuck, man! I thought I had all of them saved. Come on. I don't know why the fuck I didn't wall off on this.
Do you have birds chirping there?
Who's that?
Fuck this, dude. It is what it is. It's so
I don't know,
laggy. I guess my shit.
You're
doesn't-
on someone's mic picking up some birds chirping.
Yeah, I'm hearing it
Yeah, I
too.
have a bird nest outside my window.
Are you gonna eat it?
No, probably not.
Probably not big enough.
Can't believe this guy's literally on one base, man. Just one base, 3 factory vulture. What a build, man.
Hey, that's my build.
And I had the ultimate counter to it, and I just lost because Buttery's open.
What's the counter to 3-fact?
Oh, you just get tank and fucking bunker. He ran by though. I didn't block the freaking natural, the tank. That's what I should have done.
Oof.
If I would have blocked the natural with the tank, I was really far ahead. I thought it was 2-port Wraith, but my SCV died so early. I saw him mining 3 on gas. His factory was way later than mine. So I went with the vultures initially to see to be able to confirm if there was a command center or not. I didn't see a command center, so I was like, oh, for sure it's a 2-port Wraith because he has 2 vultures. That's just building vultures consistently before add-on. Then a 3rd vulture came out, which I was like, oh, okay, he's just gone 3 vulture because he's saving the gas for the Wraiths. But yeah, I just really fucking choked there.
I don't know what I did wrong in this game. Like something felt so off.
Justice.
Yeah,
Justice? The
something
Terran?
off.
Tried to do
Yeah.
it Ace's way rather than doing it my way. It's like change the opening and trying to figure out. how
Here's
it's done.
another thing
Yeah.
too. For some
Hey,
reason, when
my-
I'm playing against you and Wolfix, I have no problem hitting my timings and not floating. Like I also played completely normal this time.
Hey, Justice, I thought you were a big TVT fan.
I got my
What?
melee finishing and I got my crackling on the way, but it doesn't matter.
What happened? Is the new favorite now TVP?
Bien borracho, estamos bien borracho, I know.
TBT happened.
GG.
GG. I'll be right back. 1 second.
Oh, what am I doing? Don't scout yet. It's Ramir.
What the hell are these? Search.
Okay. I think I have to go milk. I wasn't supposed to milk tonight, but it looks like my brother didn't do it.
Oh, you have to go.
Yeah, I wasn't supposed to have to do it tonight, but I think he just decided not to. Sucks for me. I was kind of hoping on being able to just play a lot tonight, because I want to stay warmed up for the tournament tomorrow.
Is the tournament tomorrow?
The
Yeah, 10
BWCL.
o'clock. Oh, BWCL.
Well, yeah, you also have the CPL qualifiers now tomorrow.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck. What time is
BWCL
this
is-
stuff at?
it's in the morning.
Yeah, it's in the morning.
Oh no. Both of them?
No, BWCL. That's kind of whenever. I think the KOK just starts on Sunday.
Yeah.
I can't play any. I have volleyball in the morning.
Well,
Good match with me. Just be there for checking.
Shiba. How did I not fucking see his Overlord? And I looked for it.
yeah, I guess for King of Kings, it's a round robin. I guess we have like, I don't know how long we have to do our matches, but yeah.
It's about a week,
Okay,
so Sunday to Sunday.
gotcha. Well, no pressure there then, I guess.
And they're all best of one.
Yeah. Best of one makes me nervous. When I don't know my opponent, I usually lose the first game and then I'm good to go. After I understand how they try to play.
Hmm.
Oh!
I did like
Am I drunk? I'm not playing well right now. Oh my goodness. Why did I not get the read that he was making lings there? There's obviously a fucking Overlord here. Holy shit.
Snow. It's hard to believe that you're drunk.
I'm trolling. God, and I just showed the Vulture! Why? Why did I just show Vulture? Holy shit, dude.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I have to go. Kind of sucks. I was hoping to practice a lot tonight because I need to get back into shape, but I think I wasn't supposed to have to milk tonight. Oh well, it is what it is. I guess I'll raid Snow because it'll make him happy, right? Let's make Snow happy. He thinks I don't like him, which is cool and accurate. But do this anyway. He can have my little baby raid. Alright, sorry guys. It's kind of short. I definitely wanted to do more. I guess my stream cut at one point, so I don't even know how long I was live. Actually, genuinely can't tell. I think like 2.5 hours. I guess it's not that bad. But definitely wanted to do longer. Hopefully next week we can get some longer streams in. But I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. I will be back on tomorrow for sure. I'm gonna try and stream StarCraft every day this week. We'll get our practice in, get our game back up. But appreciate you guys. Have a good evening. Catch y'all later. Peace.